Welcome in from Left to Right USA. Thank y'all for joining. Have a great topic to discuss today. If you have not done it, please go to my Facebook group on Facebook from Left to Right USA, and also subscribe on YouTube from Left to Right USA, and also my website is from left to right USA.com. Thank you so much for being here. So last couple of days have been very interesting, especially when it comes to women's college basketball. There have been a few dramatic incidents that have happened from the coach of University of South Carolina Gamecocks, Dawn Staley, having some remarks to say after her basketball game versus Iowa, where the USC Gamecocks lost, and then following it up with LSU versus Iowa in the championship game, where LSU won. I think the score was 102-85. So congrats to LSU for being national champions. Now, there is a picture that has been floating around in regards to the game versus LSU in Iowa. There's a picture of Caitlin Clark from Iowa doing the "you can't see me" motion, right, to Angel Reese of LSU. And then now it's funny because there's actually no video of Caitlin Clark doing this to Angel Reese, but there is video of Angel Reese of LSU doing the "you can't see me" to Caitlin Clark of Iowa in the championship game. Now, this is very interesting to me because people are really pushing this photo across social media. They got this side by side of each one of them doing the hand motion, right? And what's interesting is that in the photo with Caitlin Clark doing it, she's not doing it in the game versus LSU. They weren't even playing at LSU. They were playing Louisville. And I'm gonna bring it up so we can see it. Now, here we see what's going to happen. All right. This is from NOLA.com. Check this out. Caitlin Clark. Hold on. Wait. Whoa. Why is it? That's Louisville. Do you see the Louisville jersey right beside her in the background? So, number one, she's doing the "you can't see me" walking to her bench, her own team, right? She never even looks at the other team while doing the "you can't see me" motion. Now, move forward, right? This is a whole another game we're looking at right here. This is Angel Reese of LSU doing it to Caitlin Clark of Iowa the other day. So, big difference. Look at this. Two totally different games. She's looking right at Caitlin Clark doing it, okay? This is so interesting to me. And she also did, this is the same game. So this is the LSU versus Iowa.
Joe Reese knows a ring is coming.
And then "you can't see me." Okay. Now, that is a very interesting thing to me because we have, let me come back. All right. We have two totally different scenarios going on, right? Two totally different games. And people are conflating the two games and taking a still picture of one game and a still picture of the other game and putting them side by side and saying Angel Reese is black. She's not allowed to do the "you can't see me" gesture, right? Because it's taunting. But Caitlin Clark of Iowa, who's white, she can do the "you can't see me," and nothing is said about that. That's what the argument is on social media, on Twitter, Facebook, right? but we're conflating two different games. They're not even in the same game. Now, it would make more sense if in the game where Iowa played LSU that Caitlin did it to Angel Reese, and then as payback, Angel Reese did it to Caitlin, right? That would make the most sense. But people are not even, they didn't even watch the games. They don't even know where the pictures are from. They're just pushing a propaganda, right? That they just see the black victim mentality coming out, where why can't the black girl do what the white girl did? It's not about it being like living in reality of this wasn't the same game. Matter of fact, each picture was from different games, right? It wasn't even from the same time. So that is a very interesting thing for me to see. I just had to point this out. But number one, look, who cares whether they're taunting each other? Like, it's athletics, it's sports, it's competitive, right? I have no issues with either one of them doing it to the other. I really don't care. But at the same time, let's just be factual about posting a picture and saying something about a picture that's not reality. It's not real. It's a lie. You get mad over a lie. That's the issue here. Now, also, I want to bring up, fast forward to another incident, right, that happened with University of South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball coach, Dawn Staley. They played against Iowa just a few days ago. Got beat by Iowa, that's why Iowa was in the national championship versus LSU. Now, and after that game where USC lost, and they've been on a run, they've been on a tear for the last like 2-3 seasons that I'm aware of, where they have been just killing everybody on the court, figuratively, right? I mean, winning. They've been winning, winning, winning. They've been on a run like UConn was several years back, right? Where they just were on a tear, just beating everybody. Now, Dawn Staley, her team lost, okay? Lost to Iowa. It was unexpected. People expected for USC to win the championship, right? As they previously did. Now, they were undefeated. They were beating everybody. Matter of fact, USC played LSU just maybe like a month ago, and that was like the battle of the Titans because LSU was undefeated at the time. Also, USC. So when they played, it was a big time thing. USC won, right? They won the game. LSU actually finished the season with 2 losses and still won a national championship. So that's got to kind of probably sting a little bit, right? If you're a head coach and you're undefeated, you're dominating teams. I mean, dominating really good teams. And then you play Iowa, you lose. It's got to be a sour taste in your mouth, right? But here's the thing. When it comes to being defeated, a loss is a loss. You have to understand that there's always a winner and a loser, right? When you win, good things come with that, right? When you lose, bad things come. There's negative comments made toward you, this and that. You just have to kind of, you have to take it, right? So in the press conference after the game, Dawn Staley was asked a question. Now, the question was about her team being called bullies, right? So I want to play this. I want to play it, and then I want to react to what she's saying, what she's been asked, and how she answers the question. Let's listen in.
Times other coaches, your colleagues, have sitting in that spot and talked about you all being bullies. What's the truth about your team?
The truth about our team, okay? It's a good question.
He asked her, what does she think about the comments that's been made about her team being bullies? And now she's going to answer.
Okay. We're not bar fighters. We're not thugs. We're not monkeys. We're not street fighters. This team exemplifies how you need to approach basketball on the court and off the court.
So she immediately goes in and says her team are not bar fighters. They are not street fighters. They are not monkeys. Who in the media has called her team monkeys? I would love to know. Y'all let me know. Post a comment. Tell me where anybody in the media has called her team team monkeys, right? Bar fighter and street fighter, like I've heard teams be called that before, right? When it's athletics, you're being competitive, you're in there, you're roughhousing a little bit. You have to dominate physically, right? It's a physical game. You're not bowling, right? You're not playing tennis, you're not playing golf. This is basketball. It's physical, right? It's elbows. You gotta kind of use your body to get position. It makes sense, right? But let's keep listening.
And I do think that that's sometimes brought into the game, and it hurts. Okay. And I do think that some of I'm gonna say it because I said I was gonna say it, whether we lost or whether we won. Some of the people in the media, when you're gathering in public, you're saying things about our team and you're being heard and it's being brought back to me. Okay. And these are the people that write nationally for our sport. So you can not like our team. Okay. You can not like me. But when you say things that you probably should be saying in your home, on the phone, or texting out in public, and you're being heard, and you are a national writer for our sport, it just confirms what we already know. So watch what you say when you're in public and you're talking about my team in particular. Just watch what you say about our team, because it's wrong. You got.
Okay, so basically I'll leave it there. She basically is saying that there are writers, um, national writers for the sport, women's basketball, and she's saying that they are talking about her team, saying these things, right? So she's basically insinuating that they've called her team monkeys, street fighters, bar fighters, and they've talked negatively about her team. And it's a crazy thing because has anyone said anything in an article, right? What articles have been put out? But she's kind of alluding to behind the scenes, they're saying things about her team, which behind the scenes, they talk about everybody, right? We're all humans, so you're gonna talk about different teams and things like just behind the scenes, like not on camera, not in an article, but just in conversations. And she's saying those conversations have gotten back to her, and she knows that they have negative viewpoints of her team. And she brings in race about it, talking about their color, and because her team is a majority black, if not all of them are black, maybe. So who cares? Because you have other teams that have white players, black players, like Hispanic players. Like, it's weird how she's automatically going to this whole race thing after you lost. Just take the loss and just say, hey, we lost. They outplayed us. We were outplayed. We were not as physical as we should have been, or our play calling wasn't the greatest. Look at turnovers, look at rebounds, like all of that matters. And instead of her just taking the loss graciously, it's like it has to be a victim mentality behind the loss. So people don't look at her and her team and say, they lost. They were winning so well. They were winning all their games. They played Iowa, got beat. Instead of that being the narrative is they were all year they were just talked about being bar fighters and street fighters and monkeys, and they played Iowa and lost. And it's because the writers had a negative viewpoint of them the whole time anyway. People were looking at them less than because they're black. They had a black coach. That's the narrative that she's pushing. And I think it's pathetic. And this is the same lady who canceled a game, right? Like last season, she canceled the game because of that whole fraudulent situation with the BYU volleyball team, where they said that BYU player had said something racial, right? Made a racial epithet toward another player on the opposing team. And there was no audio, no video. People were interviewed. Everybody said they didn't hear anything. So it was just completely made up. And Dawn Staley canceled a basketball game versus BYU. It's a whole nother sport. The alleged incident happened in a volleyball match. Dawn Staley is a basketball coach. So why are you canceling a game versus BYU basketball? See, like I said, the race baiting is ridiculous. It's pathetic. I can't stand it. Look, that's my 2 cents on these incidents. Listen, competitive basketball, it should be competitive. You should be able to do a little taunting, a little boasting. A little brash is not unwarranted, right? If you're winning the game and you're doing your thing, it is what it is. Like, have fun, but leave that race crap out of it. It doesn't have a bearing on it, right? Just play the game. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. If you're Dawn Staley, you had a great season. Leave it at that. Just say, hey, we lost in a game we should have won. We lost. Talk about basketball. Leave all the social justice type talk out of it. It has no place in it. That's my 2 cents. Y'all be sure to subscribe to my channel, From Left to Right USA. Also go to Facebook group. My Facebook group is From Left to Right USA, and also my website, FromLeftToRightUSA.com. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, watching, and let me know in the comments what y'all think about these situations: Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and then Dawn Staley. Till next time.